To switch gears and bring in our guest for today, we're talking to Deputy Executive Director for the CICC or Cybercrime Investigation and Coordinating Center, Usec Aboy Paraiso. Welcome to Storycon, Usec.
Musta, Usec?
Hi, Usec.
You're on mute, sir.
Nakamute po kayo.
Usec.
Good morning po, Moms Ami, Ma'am Regina, Sir Ed, at kay Sen Edu po. Good morning. Ay, good afternoon po.
Edu talaga eh.
Yung pangalan ko, nakalimutan
Edu,
ko.
Edu.
Ano name mo?
Well, sir, you were earlier quoted as saying na na cryptocurrency na yung ibang perang nakuha dun sa flood control scandal.
Ano bang basihan niyo dyan,
What's your
Usec?
basis and do we have amounts already? Like how big went into cryptocurrency?
Or at least something indicative.
Yeah. Yeah, we have something indicative based on intelligence reports po na we're talking to several, we monitored several chatters asking for exorbitant amounts of USDTs pagdating ho dito. And something factual po, nakausap na rin ho at saka naka-recover po si AMLAC ng USDT amounts po based on cooperation with the exchange. So yun po yung mga basis po natin for saying that.
Ano tong exorbitant amounts, Usec? What are we talking about here?
Kasi usually ang mga transactions for USDT, malaki na ho yung mga 10 million. Ngayon, they're asking for a one-time transactions of about 50 to 100 million. So yun yung nakikita natin sa mga chatters, both on the dark web at saka sa mga ibang mga messaging platforms na ginagamit ng mga USDT transactions.
Are we talking about pesos or dollars?
So they convert it into from pesos to dollars.
So when you say
Yun yung currency niya. So yung one USDT is equal to $1 US.
so you're looking at 50 to 100 million dollars equivalent.
No, in pesos po yan. So 50 million pesos ay ipapalit nila. So equivalent to $1 million in a single transaction po.
So what you're saying is what's suspicious is you're seeing or you're
spike.
monitoring one-time transactions asking to transfer 50 to 100 million pesos in the dark web.
Not only the quantity, yung one-time transactions, pero yung maraming nagtatanong. So we suspect they're giving their money up, tapos marami silang representatives at maraming mga nominal people that they're asking to exchange their pesos into USDTs and other forms of cryptocurrencies.
So, paano po yung magiging remedyo nyo doon? Can you stop it? Can you
Well,
monitor?
that's,
You can monitor, no? Pero can you stop it?
Yun nga yung Ma'am Ami, that's the challenge for government right now because our laws do not allow us to regulate these exchanges, especially they're located abroad po. So that's the challenge. We're relying solely on cooperations kung saan sila nakabase. So apart from cooperations with the exchanges, cooperations with these groups, tinitingnan din namin ngayon doon sa technical working group, we're reviewing all our MLATs, yung mga mutual legal assistance treaties natin with other countries. So even if they're located outside the country, we can have a chance of getting back these currencies even if they're tokenized in cryptocurrencies.
Hindi kayang i-reach siya nung ano. Halimbawa, Bangko Sentral has cooperation with central banks in other countries. Hindi
So
sila
we're
kaya.
looking at we were looking at the DOJ at saka ho yung mga not the BSP but our Department of Foreign Affairs for the treaties na meron ho tayo sa ibang bansa. So yung mga G2G ng Bangko Sentral, I don't think they have yung mga agreements na yan with other countries when it comes to regulation of these cryptocurrencies.
What
Hindi ba may convention tayo? We're part of the International Convention Against Corruption eh. Pwede siyang pumasok dyan, di ba? And then we can demand it's binding yan to the signatory countries. Pwede nating i-invoke yun to get money na suspected na proceeds of corruption.
Tama, Ma'am Ami, no? I just came back from the ASEAN, I think barely a month ago. Isa yan sa mga pinag-usapan natin when it comes to digitalization and yung cybercrimes natin, recognizing it's borderless, pero nakaasa pa rin tayo doon sa mga MLATs natin, yung mga mutual legal assistance treaties natin.
What exchanges and what wallets are these hosted on?
So they have several markets. Una-una ho yung I think the most popular right now is yung mga USDTs. Because kailangan lang nyo yung mga cold wallets na tinatawag. So hindi nyo makikita talaga yung mga exchanges na to. Then we have cryptocurrencies, the usual, yung mga Binance, so yung other exchanges po na yan. So in forms of bitcoins and other cryptocurrencies po.
Isn't Binance already banned in the country?
Oh, pero it's banned in the country, but if you have VPN, you can bypass the geo-fencing of several regulators. So it's necessarily banned in this country, but again, if you transact outside of the country, that's a possibility.
So are you saying that these suspected anomalous transactions are being originated in country using VPN, transacted on Binance as the platform?
So we have a lot of, una-una ang pinaka-prevalent right now, and I think we're seriously looking at USDTs po kasi yun, P2P transactions or person-to-person transactions. Again, the peculiarity of this or the nuance of this is kailangan mo lang ng cold wallet eh. So it's may cold wallet ka, papasok mo na sa laptop, transfer na, tapos you don't even see any records of the transactions except for the cold wallets eh. So with other cryptocurrencies yan, mahuhuli natin yan, or at least we'll have a record of them because may mga systems tayo, may mga technology tayo that can track down yung mga cryptocurrency exchanges. So yun yung again the challenge of that technical working right now.
Sir, for the benefit of the dinosaurs here, like katabi ko nakatulog na alam nito 3.25 pa eh. Okay. Yung cryptocurrency, you're saying that you're seeing a spike in the activity of cryptocurrency exchanges, which would look suspicious given the spike and given the amounts involved and given the circumstances where we're looking for so much money. Are you saying basically na you're afraid that the money that was stolen is being squirreled off abroad using tokens that are harder to track, harder to trace, and therefore harder to recover by regular means?
That's exactly what we're saying, Sir Ed. No? Like I said, hindi lang namin to monitor, hindi lang namin to nakikita. May actual proof na naka-recover tayo ng USDTs, yung AMLAC po natin, because they had an agreement, parang because of goodwill lang ng exchange, na pinagbigyan nila tayo na hinold nila yung transaction, hinold nila I don't know if it's a cold wallet or storage, tapos binariko nila sa atin. So again, that's based on cooperation, that's based on an agreement, goodwill, but something to enforce against these exchanges or these platforms, that's I think the particular gap in the law na wala ho tayo. And again, even if we have that locally, how do we enforce it if we see these assets do sa ibang bansa na nakaalis na ng Pilipinas?
Sino nila? Sino yung nag-hold ng amount ng transaction na yun?
Si AMLAC po, Anti-Money Laundering
Hindi.
Council.
Sabi mo it was based out of goodwill. Who was the platform here? Who was the exchange?
I have, you have to ask the AMLAC kung sino yung nakatransact
because
nila
you're
or
saying walang law.
pag-uusapan nila na i-hold yung transaction.
Okay, you're saying walang law right now, but hinold lang ng third-party platform out of goodwill to the Philippines. Okay.
Diba,
Yes.
Usec, na isa ring dahilan kung bakit may surge dyan sa cryptocurrency ay dahil yung mga ibang mga may hawak ng mga pondo or pera na malalaki, nakikita nila na very delicate yung status ng piso ngayon, lalo na sa sitwasyon ng ating ekonomiya. So ang tingin nila, baka mas stable sa cryptocurrency than yung nasa peso yung kanilang pera. Diba isa rin yun sa posibleng dahilan kung bakit may surge? Dahil ang tingin nila, mas stable.
Tama ho, Sek, no? If it was solely based on sa quantity, not the quality. Kasi yung quality, yung parang one-time transactions na 50 million or bigger, doon natin na-detect if they're laundering the money. Pero tama ho kayo, it can also be attributed yung mga small transactions na yung mga tao medyo kinakabahan, they would move to a more secure currency po.
Can you give us an idea kung sino tong mga Kasi sabi niyo, personalities. Ano sila? Government politicians, private persons, engineers.
From my understanding, Ma'am Ami, this is yung nakuha kong transactions from one of the contractors, but you have to confirm that with the AMLAC.
Yeah.
Okay, one of the contractors. Okay. So, sir, confirm yun ha? It's one of those directly involved. Kasi I was wondering about that
Yes,
kanina eh. Parang how were you able to trace na
Yes.
yung freeze ng AMLAC had to do with the flood control mess. So it is one of the contractors.
Tama. Yes po.
The amount in this
political,
particular case was frozen. Ito ba yung 50 million or are we looking at a different amount?
A smaller amount po. And yes, it was frozen po.
And when were these transactions carried out? Roughly when? Anong
Well,
month?
I think from the update came yesterday, so it was somewhere between from our second TWG meeting up to yesterday. So sometime in between those 2 dates po, which was a month ago.
Kailan lang? Recent, ha?
Sorry, which would
Recent.
be itong transactions, the large transactions that you're talking about happened just within the past month? So around November?
No, we monitored these large transactions when it comes to yung CICC monitoring po natin. Nakikita natin po siya, yung search niya came around mga the start of October, the start of October po. Nakikita natin yung search. Kaya rin tumataas din. If there's a large demand, tumataas din kasi yung value ng palitan eh. We mentioned na 1 USDT is equal to $1, pero ang palitan USDT hindi equals to sa palitan ng US dollars versus the Philippine peso. To give you illustration, halimbawa, $1 is to 59 pesos halimbawa ngayon, pero yung 1 USDT is equal to 60, 61 pesos. May ano siya, may difference siya because of probably transaction fees.
So all of these happened around October. You did not monitor.
That's what when we monitored it. Pero yung actual freezing ho nung AMLAC do sa particular account na from that particular USDT account occurred somewhere between the last meeting of the ICI TWG, which is a month ago po, till now.
Right. So anyways, the transactions happened in October and you did not monitor anything before that? These kinds of large-scale transactions that are, in your opinion, anomalous? You didn't monitor anything before October?
We monitor the chatter of the existence of the USDTs and the exchanges, and we monitored the spike by probably start or middle of October.
Because I'm just trying to piece together the timeline. If you're saying these are likely money that was that came from the flood control scam, I'm just wondering as well why they would only transfer in October. Di dapat before pa, right? Kasi this investigation has been going on for 3 months.
I wouldn't care to venture ano yung mga nasa isip ko nila basta we monitor trends, we monitor yung mga chatters within us.
Usec, meron ba kayong coordination sa mga other law enforcement, international law enforcement agencies, katulad ng Interpol Cybercrime Committee nila, para dito sa ganitong klaseng mga krimen?
Yan yung talagang gawain namin dito sa ICI TWG ngayon. So we're tapping agencies that have agreements with other law enforcement agencies. For example, in the DOJ Office of Cybercrime po, ang mandate po talaga nila was around 1175 is coordination with the other law enforcement agencies, particularly on cybercrime. So money laundering is also, digital money laundering is also cybercrime. So we are now trying to reach out to our friends, again, exploring yung mutual legal assistance treaties natin to get cooperation from our allies and friends which we have these agreements with. So sinisimulan na ho natin yan, and again, more than monitoring or getting to know layout of what's happening, if there is really yung dissipation of assets, particularly yung currencies natin papunta sa ibang bansa using cryptocurrency, we have to get a bigger picture based on those conversations now and cooperations with other law enforcement agencies.
Ang alam ko kasi, Usec, mahaba na yung kanilang karanasan sa ganyang klaseng mga operations. Kaya we don't have to reinvent the wheel. Pwede na tayong kumuha sa kanila ng lessons at saka mga techniques on how to trace and even possibly recover these kinds of operations.
Yeah, tama ho kayo, no, Sec Ronald, no. In fact, like I was mentioning, I was part of that ASEAN delegation when it comes to cybercrime po. Marami na ho silang experience, pero kung ano yung na-experience natin dito sa Pilipinas, yun din yung mga challenges nila even in third world countries because nga of the innovation. Kasi nga, again, with the advent of cold wallets, there's no way to monitor the transactions since it's a P2P transaction. So these are the challenges that we, as a community of nations, have to address. That particular challenge na in-exploit mga criminal na yung mga jurisdictional or territorial restrictions natin, yung mga bansa, yung mga laws natin, hindi natin pwede i-translate and enforceable doon sa mga ibang bansa.
Okay.
You
We'll
said
leave that
they have
there.
enough people sa CICC? Kasi medyo challenge
Sa
yung
amin-
hinahanap nyo ngayon, ano?
Oh, we are managing, Ma'am Ami, to be honest, we can do better. We can do better with in terms of manpower, in terms of yung mga technology na we can procure. But again, I think yeah, we are approaching this from a whole of government approach. We are in all agencies, pull together all our resources, all our assets, all our expertise. Para naman again, I think the message was clear yesterday. We hear the Filipino people na kailangan namin madaliin to. Sabi nga namin, our work started yesterday, so kailangan madaliin namin to. That's why the ICITWG for assets recovery. And apparently, nag-expand na rin yung work namin from assets recovery lang, naging assets recovery and case build-up. So every Tuesday magmi-meet kami, pero every day may nag-assign na kami na tao to mag-coordinate with each other. And then we're developing this dashboard and system kung saan makakapag-request kami ng documents online and then in real time ipasa sa mga agencies to hasten up the process ng mga pagsasabit ng documents na yun.
Okay, thank you so much for talking to us today. We're going to have to leave that there and we'll check back in with you down the road for some updates. CICC Deputy Executive Director Usec Aboy Paraiso. Thanks for your
Salamat,
time today.
Usec.